Joined today by Hayleigh Palotti, cross country, track and field. Hayleigh, you ready to walk and talk?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's get going. Track, running, what got you into the sport?
My dad, honestly. He was the one that suggested I try in 7th grade. I played soccer most of my life. I started when I was 5, went up till sophomore year of high school, and then I finally switched to cross country.
Now your dad has a soccer background, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yep.
How long did he play?
He played D1 in a school back in New York, and he did ODP, and he traveled when he was younger to Europe and stuff, so he played a long time.
What position did you play in soccer?
I played midfield, usually outside left.
So a lot of running.
Yep.
So that probably translates pretty well. What events do you compete in on the track side of things?
On the track side of things, mostly the mile, 800. I do the steeplechase, the 3K steeple, and outdoor.
How do you find that helps with cross country and vice versa?
I think cross country definitely more helps with the tracks. We start the year out longer distance, and then we kind of cut back into the indoor and outdoor season. Instead of 3 miles, I'm only racing around 2. So I think it helps. I had this big base and aerobic base, and then I kind of can just put my speed in it, and it helps me a lot.
What's your favorite event?
The mile.
Okay. What's your best time?
4:52.
Okay, that's a little bit faster than I've ever run the mile. Just a little bit.
Just a little.
So you come from New York, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what helped bring you down here to Jacksonville, Florida?
Definitely Coach Greg. I always saw myself leaving New York. I didn't want to stay in New York, but I never saw myself coming so far as to Florida. But Coach reached out to me, and I did the questionnaire, and it was such an easy recruiting process with him, and he has such a great sell. And then I came to the campus, and I knew by the end of the night, of my official, that I was this is the place. I felt like I was with my friends back in the dorm, even though I just met these girls.
Wow.
So I was this is definitely the place.
Coach Greg, he's one of the more fun personalities we have here. Do you have a good story from him during your time here so far?
So many good stories.
One that's good for the camera, of course.
Of course. I think my favorite story with Coach Greg is me going into his office and having our talks at the end of the season, really reflecting and kind of working with each other about what we're looking forward to the next year. I always enjoy his emails. He'll send me just random thoughts that he has, and they'll be very long emails, but it just makes my day. Over the summer, it was my thoughts, and he just sent me what he thought about me and the season, and it's nice to know that you have a coach that's so involved in you and your personal success.
Coach Greg, obviously a huge selling point, but the rest of JU, what about this school stands out? What do you love?
I love that it's a smaller school. I like the lower student to teacher ratio. I like that all the professors, their main job is to teach, and then they have research and this, that, and the other. There's no TAs. I like that personal contact, and just it's a gorgeous campus. It's my favorite. I feel so grateful to be here.
Do you miss anything about New York?
I miss my family and my friends, but other than that, not really. I'm not a huge fan of the snow.
No, we luckily don't have to worry about any of that down here. The occasional storm, we just survived our latest one, but as far as Jacksonville, the community, have you had a chance to get out and experience certain things that you like about the city of Jacksonville? Yeah,
I went to a Jags game last year, and that was so cool because I'm from around Buffalo, so Bills Mafia. Everyone's super crazy Bills fans, but I'm not a huge football fan. But I love on Sundays when I'm going out to the store and I see everyone's wearing Jags gear. It's just like the Duval County, everyone's just so prideful in their city, and I think that's just so cool to live in a place like that. And I've started to branch out San Marco area and the beaches, and I found my favorite coffee shops and my favorite restaurants. But the zoo, it's just so many opportunities in the city to explore in the next 3 years.
Favorite restaurant?
Probably Homespun down on Atlantic Boulevard.
Okay.
It has acai bowls and wraps, and after our long runs at the beach, we'll go there for breakfast. Okay,
I was gonna say when you're done training or competing, what's the best way you recover? Sounds like this is one of them, but I know after an event per se, your body probably doesn't want to eat. You just want to relax. How do you recover after a track meet?
go to the training room. Ice baths really help. Normatec. I like cupping a lot. But yeah, definitely once you get cooled down a little bit, have some good like pasta or something. I found is helpful rather than like like a salad or something lighter. Just like carbs, just to replenish, and tons of water.
Yeah,
it's super hot.
Can't drink
here.
enough of that, right?
No.
You have any superstitions on meet day?
I like to always wear my hair in a ponytail. I put my right sock and my right spike on before my left sock and my left spike. I had to tuck my laces in. Other than that, I don't think so.
All right, what's the backstory? How'd you get started and all that?
I always feel like I don't know, I just always like going right, left.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, and then I just haven't stopped. But I just like my hair being like pulled back in a ponytail. I've raced in braids and stuff. I don't like when it hits my back, so.
Yeah, I feel like that would be all that comes.
No.
Are you right-handed?
Yes, I am.
That probably has something to do with the leading with the right versus the left. All right, so what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in psych and English.
Psych and English. What do you want to do with that?
Thinking be a counselor, therapist of some sort. I'm not really sure how far I want to take it. Definitely want to go to grad school, or at least a master's. But yeah, still trying to figure it out. I guess.
You still got time to figure all that out. What'd you do? Anything in high school that kind of drew you into that, or just kind of come organically?
I always just loved my psychology classes, my human development, my sociology. I was a good student. Like I was able to excel in every class at like the basic levels, but those were the classes that like I enjoyed the most and I felt most excited to attend. So
all right, if you could just pick any crazy or wild pipe dream type future, what are you picking? Are you going pro in track?
Yeah. Yeah, sponsorship like Nike, New Balance. Yeah, that would
Olympic Games,
yep. 100%.
That'd be wild. You know anybody that's competed at that high of a level?
I've known like Sammy Watson. She's this great 800-meter runner. She actually went to school 30 minutes from me, and I raced on a club team with her. But she went to Olympic trials summer of 2016. But yeah, I met Sydney McLaughlin once at New Balance Nationals. Like, I got my picture with her, and I was like,
awesome.
Hi. But she's probably my biggest like role model in the running community.
What's the atmosphere like at those big time events?
It's intense. Like New Balance Nationals, and like when I was in high school, even like regionals and stuff here, because everyone's good. Like there's no doubt about it. Like everyone's good, and it's just so cool to see. It's like a community of just elite runners, and it's just interesting to see everyone hone in on their craft and really try, perform their best that day, that time.
This season, you guys are getting started in cross country. Track will, of course, really kick into gear in the spring. What are your goals?
Definitely, I want to make regionals again in cross country and do better at conference and regionals than I did last year. Last year regionals was my first 6K, so only place to go is up from there. And then track again, better in conference, make regionals, especially in outdoor track. I would really love to make regionals in the steeplechase probably.
Indoor or outdoor fan?
Outdoor. In high school I hated indoor because I trained on the treadmill. Like it was always snowy. It just wasn't fun. No one really did it. Here I actually really ended up enjoying indoor a lot more than I ever thought I would. But definitely outdoor. I just love being able to run outside and like train outside and an open track.
Well, indoor here is probably actually a respite from the heat that you get throughout the majority of the year. Whereas outdoor, that's why you came down to Florida and Jacksonville, right? To be able to compete in these outdoor events. All right, we'll wrap with this as we approach the end of our journey here, approaching the Kinney Center. Your favorite thing about JU? Teacher, location on campus? Where is your kind of home, if you will, when you come here?
I think down on the Dolphin Green, mid-afternoon when I'm doing my second runs. I love just seeing everyone. Baseball teams out, people are walking to class. I love seeing the boats in the St. John's River and the white clouds and the blue sky. That's definitely my favorite view on campus, my favorite spot to be.
Yeah, there's so many great places on this campus, but I think you picked a pretty good one. I love it down there as well. Hayleigh Palotti, cross country, track and field. Thanks so much.
Thank you.